This is breaking news.
Maher expresses concern for a potential civil war in the U.S. during interview. Maher, known for his blunt comedic style, shared his serious concerns about the possibility of a civil war in America during an interview with CNN's Zakaria. The discussion took place on Sunday and served as a platform to promote Maher's upcoming book, What This Comedian Said Will Shock You. In his conversation with Zakaria, Maher commented on the current state of polarization within the United States and how the GOP has shifted from its Reagan-era principles to a stance described as American carnage. "We started to hate each other," Maher stated, highlighting the breakdown of dialogue between the Democrats and Republicans. "We have reached this place where each side thinks the other side is an existential threat. You hear that term from both sides all the time. That is just a terrible place to be." Further highlighting current political tensions, Maher mentioned the extreme stance of some Republicans. "We find ourselves in this situation where both sides are literally siding with enemies of America rather than the opposition party within the country. You see Republican NAGA people with t-shirts that say, 'I'd rather be with Russia than Democrats,'" he added. The final chapter of Maher's book is tellingly titled Civil War. Maher extrapolated on this during the interview, expressing his belief in the reality of such a conflict materializing. "It can happen here," he emphasized. The last chapter in the book is called Civil War, and you hear more about it all the time, people who are actually pining for it. "Let's have this national divorce. It can't work. It won't work," Maher explained. Discussing his reputation with fans, Zakaria noted that some feel Maher has become too critical over time. Maher defended his positions, pointing to current campus protests as evidence of a misguided approach by the youth. When comparing past protests, like those against the Vietnam War, to contemporary protests for groups Maher deems as terrorist organizations, he remarked, "First of all, students weren't against their own. That didn't happen in the Vietnam War. This is demonstrating and protesting for a terrorist group." "The left has changed," Maher continued, and then turned his attention to the current state of the right wing. "Now the right has changed also, and even worse, the right doesn't believe in democracy anymore." Maher expressed particular concern for how Donald Trump might respond to the outcome of the 2024 election, and posited potential scenarios post-inauguration day, whether Trump wins or loses.